Oh, we got a sweet purple Ranger in the shop. Al is doing all new rotors and wheel bearings, and we had to replace a rusty shock mount in the rear because we live in northern Wisconsin, and they put this really great stuff on the road called salt, and it eats away at everything. So that's the excitement there. Al is cleaning a drain pan as well because I have a Toyota Camry here, and I'm putting new tires on it because, let me show you these tires here. We'll do a comparison. These are the old tires here. These are the new tires here, but I think they got their miles out of there. Now, also, today in the shop, we're going to be cleaning and moving this whole rack yet again because I bought a new exciting thing, and I'll run outside and I'll show you that here in a second. But Al cleaned a nice drain pan there. Woo! Woo, nice and clean, because we have to keep all of our drain oil super clean because I got a new furnace. And hold on. I'm getting there. Don't mind the mess on the trailer, but there she be. This is a new waste oil furnace, and it is a Energy Logic. It's a EL200H, and it is a waste oil furnace. Now, I bought this from a body shop just north of here, and for one, I scrap. I have all sorts of stuff, so I always have used oil, transmission fluid, all that sort of stuff. And the gentleman sold the building that it was in, and the new owner did not want them. He is a plumbing and heating guy, so he's doing all sorts of like high efficiency, this, that, and the other thing to heat the building. So I got that. We got used oil containers. He also gave me all sorts of scrap, little four-wheelers that we'll fix. We got more oil containers. We got all sorts of stuff that I went up there and bought, but we're going to hook this up today, and we're going to see what all happens. I do have to vent and put a chimney in and all sorts of stuff, so it's going to take a little bit, but we'll get more into that later. So right now, let's get that stuff finished in the shop and go from there. Guys, this furnace is all in, all installed, and everything is working properly. Well, I shouldn't say that. Everything except for a fan control switch, which I have on order, but it's just coming yet still. So I bought this thing used, as I talked about before. It has the holding tank in it. Has all the suction features. We have a new filter. I put a new relay on here. This here is our gauge. We got just over a half a tank of oil in there. And I'm gonna grab my ladder and I will come up here. This is the heating element. Right now, this is actually hot. Can't really touch it because it is hot. But this is the fan relay switch. Now, this thing we had cleaned. This is when I got it. It was 20,795 hours. Right now, I'm at 20,871 hours. So we've gotten some use out of it. I did order a few new things for this. We ordered the tune-up kit, which comes with a new air filter here. It comes with the new gasket that goes all the way around for the actual blower. We ordered the new igniter, all the new gaskets for in here. A couple other just little nonchalant things that it comes with, including the oil filter that's down there. A couple other gaskets and seals just to keep everything clean. This whole piece swings away from the heater. Got everything in there all cleaned up. And if you look inside here and you check out all of that up there, you'll see that it's a little bit deteriorated and stuff. So I will buy some new foil to help direct the heat out as it's blowing. Also, this here is a new control board. This here is what you need to actually get the oil up into here so that you can basically just bleed the system. But yes, this new board, it has a light on it. All here, it tells you when the flame is lit, when it's running, if it's in a lockout, and it just works a lot better than not having it. So when we did get everything back, we could not get it to ignite. Couldn't figure out why. We took all the nozzles off and we cleaned everything out. A lot of the oil gunk was just in there. This here is our drain pan. Now, if you notice, there's this metal piece, and then underneath there, what we did is we took a bunch of screen, and we took the screens and we stapled them into wooden pieces, and then made a bunch of different levels of screening. So some of them have more screens, some of them have less, and as it goes up, the biggest stuff gets caught up top, and then it goes down from there. It does burn a little bit more oil than I thought, but it will keep this shop usually around 50, 55 degrees, no problems. What happens right now, because we don't have the fan limit switch, I'll kind of show you guys and you'll hear it too. Fan limit switch, it's basically just a spring. When the spring heats up, it's supposed to kick the fan on. When it cools down, it's supposed to kick the fan off. The spring, I believe, is broke, so it doesn't really kick the fan on or kick the fan off. So we just use a switch. Now it's blowing. There's no hot air in there. So that's kind of what we have to do currently, but I will switch that. The other thing is I currently only have a digital thermostat, and this needs to work on one of the little coil springy dingy things. That's what it's supposed to. That's what they say on the manual. I don't really know if it will kick on and off, but for what we do right now, I'll let you guys listen to it. Turn it on, heat's on, it'll call, that'll fire up. In a second here, it will ignite. Makes a little different sound. I don't know if you guys could hear that little sound, but now it did ignite. If you want, kind of peek through there. Once it gets going for another 10, 15 seconds, kick on the fan. Now it's blowing hot air. As you can see, my hair blowing in there. It's got hot air. And like I said, I'll turn this thing on. It'll heat this room, no problems. I'll probably leave it on right now for a good 15 to 20 minutes, just so that way the shop has heat in it. And then tonight I'll leave. Tomorrow morning I'll come back in, fire it up. It usually drops to somewhere in the 40s, 48, 49, sometimes a little colder because it's been extremely cold lately. But it cranks up no problem, heats up this room. I have another room over there, and then there's also some storage rooms and everything behind the skid steer, and all the doors are open. We let that run, heat everything up, and it's nice. So far, not only have I gotten most of my oil for the heat from scrap vehicles, but I also have a ton of friends who say, hey, I just changed the oil in my truck. Hey, I just changed the oil in my, my car. I just did this, I just did that. Bring it on over. So they're happy that they can come give it to me. All that oil I just got from a buddy of mine. He says, hey, I just got nowhere to go with it, and I don't want to have to take it into town. So he just brings it over here and drops it off for me, and I empty it all into my tanks, and I use it for heat. That is a 250-gallon tank, and right now it should just be pure oil, maybe some transmission fluid, gear oil, stuff like that, but all usable materials. All the water has been drained out, cleaned. Everything is fully operational at the moment, other than, like I said, the fan limit switch, but I just kind of manually work it. Sooner or later, I would like to get it onto the thermostat and get the fan limit switch, so that way it's working on its own. I don't have to worry about turning it on, turning it off, heating the building up, leaving, coming back. But for the price that I got this thing for, I really cannot complain. I stuck about another $500 into the maintenance parts and stuff like that just to get everything up to par. I did not want to have to use it and have something fail later, but I will do some more videos on this thing and show you guys about cleaning it, taking it all apart, because there is not much on the web about this other than, the owner's manual and instructions. And when I tried to call to have anything serviced, they were months and months out. So Energy Logic, this is the EL-200H, powered by Black Gold. So this unit has been awesome, and hopefully you guys can let me know if you have any questions. I'll answer whatever I can, but I will say it has saved me money, and I'm hoping that from now on it's going to save me a lot of money.